A yellow taxi waited. Its paint was a little scratched, but the driver sat tall on the driving seat. He was an older man, maybe in his late 50s, with tired eyes that showed he had worked long hours. His jacket was plain, and his hands rested calmly on the steering wheel. A young man rushed out of the bus station carrying a small backpack. He looked lost, scanning the road as if searching for something familiar. His clothes were neat but simple. Clearly, he was new to the city. He saw the yellow taxi and ran over. "Airport, please. Fast as you can," he said. The driver adjusted his rearview mirror and slowly pulled into the street. The taxi slowly joined the traffic. At first, the young man was calmly leaning back, clutching his backpack tightly. The driver glanced at him in the mirror. Something about the boy's nervous hands caught his attention. "You're not from here, are you?" the driver asked, his voice calm. The young man shook his head. "No, just visiting. I need to catch a flight. It's important." The driver gave a small nod. He didn't push for details. The boy was scared of something or someone. The taxi turned onto a quieter road. That's when the young man suddenly leaned forward, his voice sharp. "Stop, please, I dropped something." The driver slowed down. The boy quickly opened the door and jumped out, running a few steps. He bent down like he was looking for something in the dark. But before the driver could react, another car coming quickly behind them. Two men stepped out. They weren't dressed like ordinary people. Their movements were fast and direct. The driver had seen this trouble before. Years of driving these streets had taught him the look of danger. He watched as the two men walked quickly toward the young man. Without a second thought, the driver slammed his hand on the horn, the loud sound echoing through the quiet street. The men turned. That was all the time he needed. "Get back in!" the driver shouted. The boy didn't hesitate. He sprinted back to the taxi. The driver pressed his foot hard on the accelerator, and the taxi shot forward. The other car behind them drove as quick as possible. Now the chase was on. The taxi weaved between cars. "Who are they?" the driver demanded, his eyes locked on the road. I can't say." "Please, just don't stop," the boy begged. The driver didn't need details. The fear in the boy's voice told him enough. He pushed the taxi harder. Behind them, the black car followed closely. The driver made a sudden sharp turn down an alley. The boy gripped the seat in terror. "They'll catch us," he cried. "Not tonight," the driver said firmly. His voice carried the weight of someone who had lived through danger before. The taxi got back onto a busier street. The black car followed but struggled to keep up with the sudden traffic. The taxi was weaving around late-night drivers. Finally, the driver drove into an underground parking garage. He parked. The black car sped past the entrance. For a moment, both of them sat frozen. The boy's hands shook as he clutched his backpack tighter than ever. "You're safe now," the driver finally said. The boy looked at him. "You didn't have to do that. You could have left me." The driver turned to face him. "I've driven this city for 30 years. I've seen too many people turn away when someone needed help. Not me. Not tonight." The boy just whispered, "Thank you." The driver slowly pulled out of the garage. This time, the ride was calm. When they reached the airport, the boy stepped out. He turned one last time. The driver only nodded once. The taxi pulled away, disappearing into the night. Comment yes if you think he's a real hero.